Hey everyone, welcome to the Analytical Coding. In today's video, we are going to learn about basics of DAX. So, to master Power BI and become Power BI developer or analyst, we must know some calculations and functions to build the required reports and match with the customer's requirements. So, for that, it is important to learn DAX. So, what is DAX? DAX stands for Data Analysis Expression. So, DAX is a collection of functions, operators, and constants that can be used in a formula or expression to calculate and return one or more values. So, it helps us to create new information from data already exist in your model. So, in our data model, we may have price for each product. But what if we need to calculate price for all products? So this is where DAX formulas are used. So we can create new information from the data we already have. And why DAX is important? So learning how to create effective DAX formulas will help you get the most out of your data, and when you get the information you need, you can begin to solve real business problems. And now we will begin our understanding of DAX, and it is around three fundamental concepts: syntax, functions, and context. So there are other important concepts in DAX, but understanding these three concepts will provide the best foundation on which we can build our DAX skills. So, coming to the first one, syntax. So, before we create our own formulas, let us take a look at DAX formula syntax. So, syntax includes the various elements that make up a formula, or more simply, how the formula is written. So, for example, here is a simple DAX formula. Total sales is equals to sum of orders unit price. So here this formula includes following syntax elements. So first one is measure name, that is total sales. So whatever words that are present to the left of equal to operator is recognized as the name of the measure or column we are creating. And next one is equal sign operator, which indicates the beginning of the formula, which when calculated returns the result. And next one is DAX formula sum, which adds up all the values in the orders unit price column. And the reference table is orders and the referenced column is unit price. And when trying to understand a DAX formula, it is often helpful to break down each of the elements into the language we think and speak every day. For example, we can read this formula as: for the measure name total sales, calculate the sum of values in the unit price column in the orders table. So it is important our formulas have the correct syntax. In most cases, if the syntax isn't correct, a syntax error is written. In other cases, the syntax might be correct, but the values written might not be what we are expecting. So, this is about the concept syntax in our DAX. And next one is functions. So, we have already introduced a function sum in the previous explanation, right? So, functions are pre-written formulas that make it easier to do complex calculations and manipulations with numbers, dates, time, text, and more. So functions are predefined formulas that perform calculations by using specific values called arguments. So arguments can be other functions, formula, expression, column references, numbers, text, or constants. So DAX includes the following categories of functions, that are date and time intelligence, information, logical, mathematical, text, and other functions. So we will cover these functions according to category wise in our future videos. So a DAX function always references a complete column or a table. If we want to use only particular values from a table or column, we can add filters to the formula. And functions in DAX can help you create powerful formulas. So we have only touched on the basics of the functions in this video. So now coming to the context. Context is one of the most important DAX concepts to understand. There are two types of context in DAX. So first one is row context and filter context. So coming to the row context, it refers to the context of a single row during the calculation. So it is applied when a formula works on a row by row basis. So usually in calculated columns. And coming to the filter context, it refers to the filters applied to a calculation, typically in measures or visualizations. So these filters can come from slicers, filters in visuals, or DAX functions like calculate. Let us see them clearly. So coming to the row context, DAX automatically applies row context when a calculated column is created because the formula processes each row individually. Let us take an example where we are creating a new column overall price where it is calculated based on price and quantity. So here DAX evaluates quantity and price for each row to compute the result for that row, and we can see that clearly here, right? So overall price is calculated for each row. And coming to the filter context, so it determines the data that is visible or included in the calculations. So here, suppose we create a measure to calculate the total sales, that is sum of orders of unit price. And when we use this measure in Power BI visual, so here we can see the overall measure output. And when we add product ID column to this table, that is a table grouped by product ID. So Power BI applies filters for each products and calculate total sales accordingly. So row context operates on one row at a time and used in calculated columns and iterators, whereas filter context operates on a subset of rows and used in measures and aggregations. Now, you have a basic understanding of the most important concepts in DAX. Now, we can begin creating the DAX formulas for measure on your own. So, we will be discussing clearly about measures and calculated columns in our next videos. Please do watch our Power BI videos and master Power BI. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel.